Hi, very good morning to you. It's Jim from maverickstar. In a few days we'll be breaking out those SD cards again, having a look at the latest position of the magnetic North Pole. With every anticipation that something will change from its static position at the moment, loitering around that same spot it has done now for at least the last few times that we've done a position in the magnetic North Pole. But I wanted to bring you something important. One of the things I seem to stumble on is shifts in patterns and changes. And we're looking at the Baltic Dry Index, and you can go straight to the source of this. You can see it there, tradingview.com. And if you click on all, you're going to be presented with the same chart I'm looking at. And what I mean to bring your attention to is just look at the pattern prior to 2005, and then look at the pattern from 2005 onwards. What this is, if we was looking at something that measured your rhythmic heartbeat, would be a rhythmicus. This is where the heart is sporadically beating now from 2005 onwards, and you can see that the falls are much sharper in the troughs, and the peaks of the wave before 2005 was more controlled and easy to manage. And then we go past 2005 and we have the big crash obviously in 2008, but still more trade around the world was being shipped during that point of time where the Lehman Brothers was going bankrupt and things like that. But look at the pattern. That's all I want to bring your attention to. Just look at the pattern. That is in a state of a heart attack, and this should drive it home to you. What we're looking at here is all the world's trade. What we're dealing with is obviously, as you can see to this present day, a flat line. But we're looking at the whole of the world's trade over 20, 30 years, and we can see something has definitely changed. And you need to pay attention to things like this, because this is what we're seeing, not just with global trade, human activity, human behaviour. We're also seeing it in a climatic environment as well, with some of those anomalies that we talk about, the grand solar minimum, the magnetic pole reversing, and the returning back into an ice age. Guys, this is a warning sign. I'm showing you right in front of your eyes. I didn't create this chart. This is actually how things are happening right now. The global economy is in a state of the rhythmus, and it will stop beating, just as your heart would if we was looking at your rhythmic beating normally, and then as you was going into a rhythmicus. The economy here is clearly going to a rhythmicus. Anyone with the capability of noticing two different patterns can look at this and work out what I'm saying is very accurate. This is not good. This is why I'm saying to you guys, that city that is heavily reliant on all those logistics that keep it artificially functioning on an hourly, a minute and daily basis, is very soon going to stop. If you have all your assets in a city dwelling, it's going to be worth nothing. You're going to find yourself in negative equity. This is where it's going, and your politicians and your lawmakers and all these government official bodies like the United Nations, European Unions, IMF are not telling you the truth. You can't get the truth anymore. You can't get, no matter where you go, you cannot get the truth anymore on any subject. That's how bad things have got right now. So if the fact that we're going through a magnetic reversal for the first time in 780,000 years hasn't inspired you to do something, if the fact that I've endlessly showed you we are already going back into another glacial period where this northern and southern hemispheres, the majority of the land, will freeze over. Just a matter of time. We're seeing the rebound for the last 10, 11 years in the Arctic already, which is not being talked about by these organisations. And, you know, the grand solar minimum looks to go deeper into less solar production. Then I don't know what will inspire you to make some, you know, financial and some safeguarding moves for you and your loved ones right now. They have got you convinced that everything is safe and going according to plan. Yet, this chart alone, as well as all the other charts I've showed you, shows a different picture. You know, the smart ones will instantly say, you know what, we didn't need any more information now, Gene. You know, with this one, you've finally hammered the last nail in that coffin, and there is no more denying what you're saying is absolutely taking effect. Because it is. And it isn't going to be associated to a single country. This is going to be a global problem. And yes, don't like to admit this. I hope I'm completely wrong. But it could easily lead to a World War III. A fight for resources. The last of the resources. This is a game changer. 100%. You know, we're very lucky still to be here at this moment. You know, I really applaud those people, and there are only a few. It's unbelievable. You know, we live in a time where a lot of people are obviously just thinking about themselves. Some people can't afford to think about others, and I genuinely sympathise with them, but we need to keep this observatory going and reporting on these things because they're very important. And I guarantee you today someone will pay attention to what I've said and they will act on this information, and you know, it could be the biggest thing that they do in their lives. So there's a link down there if you want to help support. I thought that this two shifts in these patterns over time, just studying, you know, the dry index, the shipping of the world, was highly important for you, because you can see it is not okay. We are living in times right now that appear normal, but they're going to very quickly go offline, and there is nothing that these global entities can do about it. So they will not be coming to save you. You're going to have to save yourselves. It is just you, your family, your loved ones. Link down there if you want to help support. As always, take care. Bye for now.